This is Plant-Based Briefing. Can you get your protein from plants? Part 2 by Ocean Robbins at foodrevolution.org. And I'm Marian Erickson, and this is the curated content plant-based podcast, where I narrate a variety of articles with permission on plant-based, compassionate, and eco-friendly living in about 10 minutes or less every weekday. And today's article is a bit longer than that, so it's a two-parter. I read part 1 yesterday, so go back and listen to that first if you haven't already, and then come back here today for part 2. And now let's get to today's plant-based briefing. Can you get your protein from plants? Part 2 by Ocean Robbins at foodrevolution.org. Why where your protein comes from matters. Although the meat and dairy industries like to make it sound like animal protein is the prized protein for your body, science doesn't back up this claim. It turns out that the source of your protein matters and that animal protein may actually be significantly inferior to plant-based protein. In a 2018 study published in the International Journal of Epidemiology, researchers followed 81,337 participants for 6 to 12 years. The researchers looked at the percentage of protein that came from animal and plant sources for these participants. What they found was that the risk of cardiovascular deaths steadily climbed with higher consumption of meat protein, but fell steadily with increased consumption of protein from nuts and seeds. In addition, a 2003 research review published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition confirmed that diets lower in meat consumption lead to greater longevity. The researchers also noted that the longer a person's adherence to a plant-strong diet, the lower their risk of mortality and the higher their life expectancy. At least one of the reasons may be the protein IGF-1. Research suggests that animal protein in particular causes higher levels of IGF-1, which may increase your risk of cancer and many age-related diseases. Does protein make you lean and strong? The right amount of protein will help you be healthy, but what about the claims that extra protein intake allows you to release extra weight and is needed to build muscle? In fact, the only way to build muscle is through exercise. Your body needs enough protein to function, and weightlifters and power athletes may need more than everyone else. But consuming excess protein by itself won't give you strength. For weight loss, it's true that protein can help reduce hunger, boost metabolism, and reduce cravings. But too much protein has too many health downsides to be a desirable weight loss strategy. 14 delicious sources of plant-based protein. There is a widespread belief that only animal foods provide sufficient complete protein. But the reality is many plant-based protein food sources contain abundant and complete protein. For example, the percentage of calories coming from protein in tempeh, tofu, or green lentils is actually higher than in bacon or cow's milk. If you want to get plenty of protein, here are some potent plant-based sources. Organic tempeh, a half cup, has 16 grams of protein. This fermented soy food has loads of protein. Try it as a substitute for bacon on a BLT, chopped up on a tasty salad, or in a stir-fry with some colorful veggies. Tempeh also makes a great addition to chili. Try this recipe linked here. Lentils, 1 cup cooked, has 18 grams of protein. Lentils are a delicious addition to many meals, and at an average of $2 per pound, they're highly affordable too. Try red, green, brown, yellow, or black lentils and add them to a Buddha bowl, make lentil soup, recipe linked here, or incorporate them into burritos or tacos. Organic edamame, 1 cup cooked, has 17 grams of protein. This Asian staple is soy in its most natural state, and it can be quite addictive in a good way. Eat edamame out of the shell, wrapped up in summer rolls, or as a regular in your salad rotation. Chickpeas, 1 cup cooked, has 16 grams of protein. Also known as garbanzo beans, chickpeas are highly satiating. They're also the main ingredient in one of my favorite spreads, hummus. Try making your own hummus or add chickpeas to salads, bowls, or roast them for a crispy on-the-go treat. Black beans, 1 cup cooked, has 12 grams of protein. Chow down on these protein-rich beans any time of the day. Combine them with whole foods for a protein-packed combo, turn them into a spread, or whip them up into a nourishing soup with this recipe linked here. Hemp seeds, 3 tablespoons, has 10 grams of protein. These tiny little seeds pack a powerful dietary punch. They're rich in protein as well as omega-3 fatty acids. Small but mighty, they make a great addition to smoothies, bowls, or sprinkled on salads. Instead of adding protein powder to your smoothies, add a scoop of hemp seeds. Quinoa. This increasingly popular seed is on menus everywhere these days. Yes, technically it's a seed, not a grain, though it cooks and tastes like a grain. Try quinoa instead of rice in plant-based sushi with this recipe linked here from Lazy Cat Kitchen. Use it as a base for bowls or even make a crustless quinoa quiche linked here. Organic extra firm tofu, 3 ounces, has 9 grams of protein. If you're not a fan of tofu, you probably just haven't found your favorite way to eat it. The possibilities are almost endless with this ancient staple. Try the extra firm variety in stir fries. Marinate it in your favorite sauce, bake it, or plop it in a soup, linked here. Almonds raw, 1/4 cup, has 8 grams of protein. A perfect on-the-go snack, almonds are high in healthy fats and other good-for-you ingredients, including fiber, magnesium, and vitamin B12. Eat almonds on their own or smother almond butter on sandwiches or apples. You can also chop them up and eat them as a crunchy addition to your favorite dish. Sunflower seeds. 1/4 cup raw has 7 grams of protein. These little seeds have superpowers. Try them on their own, sprinkled on salads or zoodle dishes, or even make into a sunflower seed butter with this recipe linked here from Minimalist Baker. Oatmeal, 1 cup cooked, has 6 grams of protein. Not just for breakfast anymore, oatmeal can be included in so many recipes. They even make milk with it now. Make some overnight oats with this recipe from Cookie and Kate. This savory oatmeal from Forks Over Knives. Throw some into your smoothie or make oat waffles linked here. Broccoli, 1 cup cooked, has 6 grams of protein. Broccoli is a healthy cruciferous vegetable and also a surprisingly good source of protein. Add it to salads, make it into soup, sauté it, or add it to a quinoa for a protein-packed dish. Chia seeds, 2 tablespoons, has 6 grams of protein. Chia! Sound familiar? For many folks, their only experience with chia seeds growing up may have been via the infamous Chia Pets. But these teeny little seeds are now becoming an increasingly popular superfood because of their high protein, fiber, and omega-3 fatty acid content. Make a chia seed pudding, use chia seeds in smoothies, or add them to salads and oatmeal. And here's an important tip. Like flaxseed, it's best to grind your chia seeds to get the most nutrients possible. And lastly, pumpkin seeds. 1 ounce cooked has 4 grams of protein. For many people, roasting fresh pumpkin seeds from a jack-o'-lantern is a fun and delicious fall activity. But even if it's off-season, you can buy these hearty seeds, also known as pepitas, almost anywhere. Eat them as a snack when you travel or throw them on top of salads and bowls. You can also whip pumpkin seeds into hummus. Empower your protein intake with plants. Protein is essential for your body, but if you want to stay well and avoid disease, it's best to source most of your protein from plants. Luckily, the plant kingdom doesn't make that hard to do. You can get the protein you need from a variety of garden-grown goodness every day. What if you want a protein supplement? It isn't for everybody. In fact, it isn't even for most people. But if you're someone who might benefit from it, then there's a brand I think you should know about. No Meat Athlete founder Matt Frazier was so frustrated by what he learned when he researched the protein powder options on the market that he decided to take action. He developed a plant-based, organic, non-GMO protein powder that is low in heavy metals and that he could feel good about giving to his own kids. And now he's sharing it with the rest of us too. If you want to find out more, click the link here. If you make a purchase from this link, you'll get a special Food Revolution Network discount, and Matt will also make a contribution to support the work of Food Revolution Network. Thank you. You just listened to Can You Get Your Protein from Plants? Part 2 by Ocean Robbins at foodrevolution.org. And I'm your host, Marian Erickson, and this is such an important topic. There's so much misinformation around it. I was surprised to learn just how important it is to eat plant protein rather than animal protein. That study at the end of yesterday's episode that found that adults between the ages of 50 and 65 who ate a high-protein diet, just 20% or more calories coming from protein, were 4 times more likely to die of cancer. And that increased cancer risk is the same as smoking 20 cigarettes per day. But that negative health associations of a high protein intake were reduced or eliminated if the proteins came from plants. That's such important information for people to have. So please share this episode with anyone who might benefit, and thanks for listening.